Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today we have got a very special one for you. We have got my first ever Cat B victory. It's taken me over a year to do this. So happy about it. As you can see on screen, I put a poll up on my YouTube channel. Which route would you like me to do? Which race would you like me to do? And Park Perimeter Loop overcame the Royal Pump Room 8, which was great because actually I'm not a fan of Royal Pump Room 8. As you can see, I've put on the screen the elevation profile. Park Perimeter Loop is 3 laps, in total 18.5 miles. It's quite a punchy little course, actually quite enjoyable as well. Now for those that remember, a couple of weeks ago I really wasn't feeling very well. In fact, you can see below on screen I could barely get over 150 watts on a race, and I wondered what was up. To be honest with you, I was ill. After that race, I was very, very ill. So I've spent the last couple of weeks trying to get back to fitness. As you can see on screen, that's what I did. The first week I kind of felt okay. So doing a bit of polarised training, zone 2 work, and then, 20% of my time in the sort of higher zones. And it's been a really productive couple of weeks. So I was quite hopeful that my first race back in a little while would be a good one. So before we get into it, I just want to say thanks for all of you that have subscribed. New subscribers, old subscribers, this one's for you. I know that is super embarrassing. I can't believe I even did that. Anyway, here we go. Let's crack on and give a bit of race commentary. So unfortunately, this race, there was only a small field. So there was only 5 to start. And we pretty much dropped somebody on this initial climb here. So although, I managed to get my first victory, I only really beat 2 others, well, 3 others. But a win is a win, as Vin Diesel would say. So as you can see, we're just taking a look at the course here. Now, what I was trying to do on the first lap or so was just see if there was a point where I'd be able to attack, towards the latter part of this race. Just trying to see, where I could use my my strength to sort of get away from these 2. Now, it was a pretty tame affair up until the last lap, to be honest with you. So all I was trying to do at the moment was just draft as much as I possibly could. There's only really sort of 3 of us in the race at this point, and I'm already planning how I can escape and how I can try and get the victory. Now as we come through to the, as I say, the little rise on the second lap here, and I'm just once again seeing how fast these guys really are. Now in my head, I think I've got a slightly stronger climb than both of them. So I just wanted to give it a little test just to see sort of if I could keep up. And actually, rather than just keep up, I actually pulled away a little bit of a gap. Now we are coming to the final lap, and this is where all the action happens. So we're just about to come to the little rise again here, and I'm just sitting behind, I'm pretty sure that I'm going to launch an attack at this point to try and get away. Recently Ed Laverack has done an amazing, couple of races for the Zwift Racing League where he's just powered away, and I thought maybe I could just try the same, just really see how my fitness is. So this little kicker here, I'm putting down, quite a few watts. I'm feeling quite comfortable. My heart rate is 175, but I'm not actually feeling too bad at this point. What's really going to hurt is, dependent on whether I've got a gap coming over this top here. So I have actually got a couple of seconds, 3 seconds away. So now I'm thinking, okay, there's what, 3.7 miles left in this race. Maybe if I, hold a threshold effort to the end of the race, it might be enough to solo to victory. And at this point, I've got 5 seconds. I'm not putting down loads of power. I'm just kind of, trying to keep it really steady, just keeping an eye on my heart rate as well. And the gap isn't moving. So I think at this point, I'm going to do it. I'm going to ride away with it. Just need to keep my power up for this little bit here, this little rise. But yeah, 5 seconds still. Thinking if I can just get over this bit, I should be able to threshold all the way home, pretty much. So still got the 6 seconds, but I am being chased. As you can see, the 2 behind me are putting down some serious watts per kilogram, 7.6, and the timing is coming down, 6 seconds, 5 seconds. I'm still up at 340 watts myself, so I'm almost at 5 watts a kilogram, but as you can see, they're still pumping out especially after that climb before, I was very surprised at this point. So it's coming back down, you know, we're now 2 seconds. Nielsen's a second behind the other chaps. So, you know, at this point now I'm thinking, all right, what I don't want to happen is these guys to come flying past me and me fall out the back. So I'm just going to take a little bit of a rest on this decline here and wait for them to get to my wheel. But that has kind of shook me a little bit, because I thought I was way stronger than both of these guys just from the initial, you know, climb earlier on in the lap. And it turns out that I've got a bit of serious competition here. I mean, in my head, I was already planning, you know, this is a victory video, but now I'm a little bit worried. And yeah, still pumping out some serious watts actually. Heart rate is 176, so, you know, not crazy like it was the other day, not even sort of anywhere near the 182s, 183s. But yeah, as you can see, we're just about coming back together now, the three of us. And I suppose, you know, from my point of view, I'm thinking now it's all going to come down to that little incline. So it's just about planning my attack on the sort of final descent to perfection, because I know that the guys behind, I know the guys can hold some serious watts. So we just sort of let it play through here. I'm just trying to get as much recovery as I possibly can. It would be nice to see my heart rate drop to the 140s if possible. I'm not sure it managed to get that low, but yeah, I'm saving quite a bit. There we go, actually I'm back in the 140s, but you know, my watts are very low at this point. And as I say, it's all about the final attack, and just making sure that I put in as much effort as I possibly can to try and win this race. I know that if there's ever an opportunity to win a race, it's this one. So I think we're all, as you can see by the power chart down below, you know, saving ourselves for this sort of final sprint. I do still think that I could have this in the bag, because I'm normally quite good at these little punchy climbs. You know, I can only hold them for about, you know, up to 30 seconds, so not crazy good. But you know, this is my first race back from fitness, and you know, any result here would probably be quite a good one. But I really wanted that win so bad. So the plan of attack, what I want to do is stay sort of last wheel, and then power out of this slight decline, and try and get a bit of a gap so they can't sort of overtake me, because I know it goes down and then it goes back up. So I'm off the power here, and yeah, I just prepare myself by getting in the drops. And here we go. I know this is it. This is all or nothing basically. And I launch my attack right on the final bit of the downhill, catch him a little bit by surprise, and here we go. I'm giving it everything I've got, and I'm in some serious pain at this point. But they're still behind me. 0 seconds gap. All of us putting in some orange numbers. And then finally, I see a second pop up, a second gap, and it's at this point I know I've got the race win. And I am absolutely ecstatic. Really pleased with that. I know there was only, you know, 4 people in the race, but I've still got to win it. And yeah, super pleased with my my work so far. I'd like to dedicate this victory to everyone. So yeah, quite happy with this. But yeah, good recovery. Good considering a couple of weeks ago, 3-4 weeks ago, I was not able to hold any watts. So thanks for watching everyone. Hope you've enjoyed the video, and I'll see you on the next one.